Hello, good morning. How are you guys doing? Okay, let me quickly share this to you guys in the group chat. Okay, sorry. Um, so God, we thank you, we worship your name, we glorify your name, God. We ask that committing this life into your care. Whatsoever we're going to do today, we give glory to your holy name. We pray against confusion in the name of Jesus. Hmm. Okay, let me share this. Okay, so I'm going to be sharing my screen and we can start with US oil. So let me share my screen. Okay, good. Okay, so let me just remove everything here so we can have a neat chart. So how many of you trade US oil here? You guys know the US oil is now changing direction, right? And we can spot it on the lower time frame more, or you can see on the daily time frame now. If we are back testing, we have this downtrend all the way here, and then we have this a massive buy here, and then this is the higher time frame. So the higher time frame help us to understand the directional bias of price in the market. So the first thing you do when you open your chart and you want to trade is to first of all understand the directional bias of price in the market, and that is what we are doing right now. Can you guys hear me? Just type into the chat box. Let me be confident that you guys can hear me. Because I Can you guys type into the box? Let me be sure that you guys can hear me. Okay, so great. Okay, so from the higher time frame, you guys can see marking at our structure here. I'll just take my path tool and then you guys can see that we have this low here is responsible for this push all to the higher side here, to this high here. And then from there we have this, excuse me, we have this push all up here. You guys can see, then we have, God was able to create this high, created this low, give us this high, came all the way down to create this low. So you can see that from how I am marking this market structure, this is how I'm marking this market structure. This is a bearish market all the way here. Excuse me. This is a bearish market all the way here. But then when price got into this level, we have a demand level here. We have a demand level here because we have a break of structure. You can see this is market created a previous low, or this low, a previous high, I mean, but then created a higher high here that came to take out this high here, giving us a break of structure to the upside. So here we have a break of structure to the upside and we have a demand level here, So we have a demand level here that price reacted from. Price reacted from this demand level here. This is the daily time frame demand level. So when you have the reason why we don't trade, sorry, I need to get this. The reason why we don't trade the daily time frame demand level is because we want to reduce our risk. So we just mark it out as our key point of interest, but then we go to the lower time frame, like the 1 hour, 15 minutes to take our entry from there. So we use the daily time frame as our directional bias. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys type into the box? Let me know if you can hear me. Okay, great. Okay, great. Thank you. So this. We use the look at the daily look at the daily order block here that we marked out as our point of interest. Can you see? So if we are taking this trade and we are marking our 4 hours order block, this is the order block we are marking. So that means we are not entering this trade from here. We are entering this trade from here if we are marking our 4 hours order block. So this is how you reduce risk, you reduce risk. But you can see the alignment that if we are going to the 1 hour time frame and then we are taking our trade from the 1 hour time frame, the risk will still reduce compared to taking your trade from the daily time frame and also from 4 hours. You can see if you are taking this trade from the 1 hour, this is the other block we are using. So you are literally using here as your entry price. Instead of using here and using here, you'll be risking more pips. Okay, understanding that now, and then we can see that we have a change of character on the higher time frame. You see, when price mitigated our daily time frame demand level, it gave us a change of character on the lower time frame, which is a good sign. Confirming that. Okay, let's see what is going on here. You can see we have this as our break of structure here to the upside. That is a good characteristic of an uptrend. So this we can use this as our internal change of character. This is an internal change of character. So our internal change of character here, and then we also have a demand what is it called now, a demand level here. But you can see that this is the only break or structure to the upside we need to have a confirmatory break of structure. Now we have a change of character, we need to have a confirmatory break of structure to the upside before we can now fully determine that okay, this market have changed character to the upside. Now we're in an uptrend. So we can't fully say, oh, we're in an uptrend because this is a change of character. There's no confirmatory break or structure yet to confirm we're in an uptrend. You know, so because let's go to the daily time frame because when market gets into our order block here, into our demand level there. Market still reacted from this. You guys know that we have been bearish. We have been bearish. Look at this entire structure here is bearish, and then because of that, we have resistance level to the upside. We have here as our break of structure, and then Anywhere we have a break construction, that is an opportunity for it a demand level and price to mitigate this resistance level here. You can see to mitigate this resistance level here. So at this point, we have an order block here. You can see, and then price reacted from this order block, and I've been selling since then, right? You can see market selling since then. So we need a break of structure, a confirmatory break construction to confirm that, okay, we have changed character, but now we can't say we've changed character. I don't know if you guys understand. We can't say we changed character because right now we don't have a confirmatory break construction. So, but we can join this cell. You can say this cell reacting from this zone. You can join this cell. I was on this cell yesterday. I'm going to show you guys. So you can join this cell and make sure you're taking your profit here. You can join this cell and then you take your profit here. And the reason why you take profit here is because we need to be sure. So if this happen, so there are a lot of possibilities that can happen in this market. But let's just say there's still no confirmation of bullish market, right? But if this gets into this level, go to the upside instead, then we have a break of structure this high on the daily time frame, then that means we have a change. If this close above, if this close above here, this close above here, that means we have a change of character on the higher time frame, which is good, which is good. But if the opposite happen and markets move downward and close below this low here, that means it's a continuation of a bearish market. That means we still have more sellers in the market pushing price to better. Okay, so for now, let's see where we can trade from. So now that we've known the directional bias, right, we know that we are bearish on the higher time frame. You will want to do multiple time frame analysis. Going to the higher time frame is to just to understand the directional bias into this level. When you get into this level, or you will have to take when you get into this level, you take your profits. You don't need to be like, okay, let me see what is going on because on the lower time frame now, this is a demand level. So we need to see if price is going to close above below here before we can see a confirmation that a continuation of that still bearish. But now let's go to 15 minutes and see what is going on. The downsides. Let me reduce this. So, what we need to do is to mark out our structure, wait for price to come, mitigate our order block. So you see we have this break of structure here that price already reacted from, and then you see came down. We have we have this break of structure here. Price has not mitigated this one yet. But before we even talk about this break of structure, let me show you guys. Okay, so yesterday I am going to be uploading. I took my trade from here, so you guys can see that this is this. Let me mark it out. So we have this break of structure here. So break of structure is where price took out in a bearish market. Now break of structure is where price took out. We have when you have a break of structure. I'm going to take this as a break of structure because you can see market still came down to close below it here. So look. So this is my order block. Then price got in here yesterday. So price got in here yesterday. and then reacted from the other block, and you see sold massively downward here, targeting this low here. And yesterday again, price created this break of structure here, and you can see how markets literally reacting from that level. You see, still sold massively this morning. You can see reacting from that level. So this is back testing, just to show you that you don't need to complicate things. You just need to understand market structure. So now we have a supply level here that has not been mitigated yet. You know. So let's say and anticipate for price to come into this level. So for price to come into the directional bias. So we have all we want to do here is to just sell, is to just sell, but not to trade against a trend, just sell. So this break of structure has been mitigated. Now we are waiting for this break of structure to be mitigated so that we can sell from this level. If you are selling from this level and if you want to go up, waiting for price to get into that level, so we can know if the trend is going to set. Coming. Yeah, I think you can use your account of $10 to trade US oil, but it has to be 0.01. I think it has to be 0. Okay, so let's see what gold is doing. So you guys, gold sold massively, but sorry, not sold, gold bought massively yesterday. Bought massively yesterday, all the way from this region. I mark this out and then move all the way here. The importance of market structure is extremely amazing. Okay, so this is it. So this gold reacted with demand level yesterday, but let's go to the daily time frame to see. Gold has been bullish. Good. We have this pullback into this zone, and then now we are having continuation of an uptrend. So you guys can see this demand level. I marked out this demand level from the daily time frame. So this never gets to the lower time frame. So price didn't get into the lower time frame. So this is another possibility that can happen in the market. See, this is a demand level here on 4 hours, but this price never get there. Price reacted from the higher time frame, daily time frame demand level instead, and then move all the way up, mitigated this other block on 15 minutes, and you can see the movement upward, keep breaking structure to the upside. Um, so you guys know that we have a resistance level here on the on 4 hours, and then you can see the little reaction from there. So anything can happen. Price can just convert this to a break of structure to the upside and then move all the way up, you know. So even though we got a little reaction here, we'll still need to see a confirmation. A confirmation entry is when you mark out your point of interest on the higher time frame, you need to get a confirmation on the lower time frame. Maybe like for now, you can see we have a resistance level here and price came to mitigate that already. So we need to get a break of structure to the downside on the lower time frame before we can sell. We need, it's called internal change of character or something. So you see, we need to get, but there is no confirmation on the lower time frame, the price that we have sellers in the market now. You can see price reacting from that, and then there's no pre-construction, so we can't want to jump in, right? We can't want to jump into this trade. We want to see a break of structure to the downside, signifying that we have sellers now in the market. Then we can find an entry. But for now, we want to see that either price go upward here and take out this high, or create a break or structure to the downside to confirm that okay, when this resistance level is going to hold. If that is not the case, you guys can see we have a change of character here. This is an internal change of character. You guys know why this is change of character, right? Because we have been having break construction to the upside forever, and then this is the first time we're having a break construction to the downside. So it's classified as a change of character. So we have that here, and then on the daily time frame, this is we have this other block here on the daily time frame. So if this 4 hours resistance level, if, if price is able to convert it to a breakers block and price did not hold there, then we are expecting to see price moving upward here to this resistance level here on the higher time frame. You know, so that means this, it's still a continuation, but now let's just wait and see a confirmation before we can trade. Okay, so for some of you that are interested in wanting to learn how to do analysis by yourself, I have started the live free course on YouTube here, free forex trading course on YouTube here every Sunday by 8 p.m. So you don't have any excuse. It's free, so you can create time and then join. So the last time we were talking about how to choose a regulated broker and also how to connect it to your meta 4 and 5, and that is the foundation. Safety first, then profits second. So we've done that in our next class. So I'll be showing you guys how to set up your trading view before we go right into the practical aspects. Do you guys have questions? So you guys know that in summary of everything, US oil is bearish, so you have to look for a sell opportunity. And then gold, we have to get a confirmation or a continuation. So we have to see the price give us a break of structure to the upside here, or we have to see a confirmation to the downside, like a break of structure to the downside on the lower time frame. All right. So that is that. So do you guys have questions? Okay, so no questions, then we'll call it a day. Don't be shy if you have question, just say it. No question is a stupid question here. And most times you need to ask that stupid question. So, you're welcome, Victor. All right, so oh, you guys too should take care of yourself and trade smart. Have a great day and stay profitable. Bye.